I'm standing here on a creek bank in central Kentucky with a gentleman who is the author of all of the Blue Water Trails articles that are super popular in Kentucky Afield Magazine. Lee, how you doing today?
Well, I'm doing fantastic.
So, if you're not in the office, this is where you can be found, isn't it?
This is where I usually am, yes.
Being on a bank or fishing in the stream from a kayak is kind of like your specialty. That's what you really enjoy doing.
Yeah, that's my passion.
And it's gotten more and more popular over the last 15, 20 years to the point that you guys have decided to put together a series entitled Blue Water Trails. Tell me a little bit about what Blue Water Trails is all
Believe it or
about.
not, we started these in 2010. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
We've been doing them almost 14 years now. What we try to do is we want to take the pressure off, Chad. You know how it is when you're trying to find a place to go. We want people to be able to look at the articles, study the maps, and know that where you're at is okay. It's public. I groundproof everything. I float them. It's been researched. We want a stress-free experience for people to come out and enjoy. A day floating a stream is about as good a day as you can find.
So this Blue Water Trails kind of gives people certain sections with a public put-in and a public takeout place and gives them an idea of what to expect. When you go kayak fishing, you kind of need to have a basic idea of how you're going to catch fish, what fish species can be fished for, and how you're going to navigate your put-in, takeout. That's perfectly condensed into an article in the Blue Water Trails. So Lee, what stream are we on today?
We're on Russell Creek. Here, we're barely into Dare County. We're going to float into Greene County.
Okay.
We're in an old community called Milltown. This is now mainly forgotten, but this was a very vibrant place back in the day.
So this float is actually a little longer. Some of your floats, a lot of them you focus on 2 to 3 miles. This one's 7.
Yes.
What are some things that a person needs to consider before going out and experiencing one of your Blue Water Trails?
Well, read the article, of course, and look at the map. And most of the ones that I do don't involve any heavy rapids, but a couple of them do. So make sure that your ability matches up with the water you plan to float.
I'll tell you what, I know this is a long float. We probably need to get rolling. I have never been on Russell Creek. I know this thing's full of smallmouth. I know it's got a lot of rock bass and other species too. And I've heard it's absolutely beautifully scenic. Well, let's get you loaded, get you in the water. Let's go catch them.
All right, brother.
Oh, what we got here? Something little.
Hey, fish is a fish. Smallmouth though, isn't it?
It's a smallmouth. Tell you what, he knocked a loop in that line. I was reeling it pretty fast and it just
Bam!
knocked a big old loop in there.
I've been fooled. Big ones sometimes barely hit, little ones freight train.
I'll tell you what, just a beautiful, beautiful stream, smallmouth bass. Probably about 7 inches long.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, better fish.
All right.
Better fish. I don't know how much better, but definitely better.
All right.
He's not that much bigger, but for a stream fish, it's a pretty good fish.
Yeah, no doubt.
This is probably 11-inch fish, pretty solid.
Looks like it's been eating well.
Pretty nice little fish right there. You come out here on light tackle or even a fly rod and catch fish this size.
It's fun.
It doesn't get any better. Oh, fish on. I didn't realize you had a fish on the end.
This little dude took off on me.
Very nice.
I don't think he's gonna break the Olympic record, but I'll take it. After all these years, I've caught a million, but I still love it.
Here we go.
Good one?
No, just a good little fighting smallmouth. Just a beautiful little fish.
That's a nice one. Healthy.
It's amazing how a fish that size can fight like that.
I know.
I'll tell you what, you get out and you catch stream smallmouth and You get hooked pretty fast,
I
don't
know it. Then if you get lucky enough to catch like a 16-incher, you think you've hooked into Moby Dick.
You know, Lee, you and I have stream fished quite a few times on a bunch of different bodies of water.
Mm-hmm.
But I will tell you this, when it comes to stream fishing, anything that was designed and made to catch a crappie is usually a pretty good
We'll
lure.
catch a string smallmouth.
It'll catch a string smallmouth. If you're fishing and you got white bass, it'll catch them. It'll also fish, you know, you'll catch the largemouth bass. Think about crappie-sized minnow imitating lures, and you're probably gonna catch a fish.
No doubt. I mean, the little crappie slider.
Yeah, oh, the Charlie Brewer slider grub. I've caught more white bass and string smallmouth on that bait.
All right.
What you got there?
Mr. Smallmouth.
There you go.
He's been eating well. He's been at a Golden Corral buffet.
Oh, there you go.
I'll take that.
There you go. That's a nice looking little smallie there.
No doubt.
What'd he hit?
The little yammy fish, and that's called natural bait fish is the color.
That's a nice fish, Lee. Good job, buddy.
All right.
Here we go. Ooh. Oh, he's a smaller one. I'm just amazed at how hard they fight, though. Every time you catch one this size, when you first hook them, you think, oh, this is a good fish. This is a 2 or 3 pounder. And then you get it in, and you're like,
No.
9 inches. They're still so fun. Uh-oh. Look at this. What a nice looking
All
smallmouth
right.
bass. Thick,
Look
fat
at that.
belly. What a nice looking fish. Strong. I'll tell you what,
It's a beauty.
that is a quality Russell Creek smallmouth
Look,
bass.
yeah, that's a nice one.
That one there probably, what do you think, 14 inches?
Yeah, 13, half 14 for sure.
Yeah, and it's nice big
And
fat
fat,
belly on it.
obviously has good forage base in here, that's for sure.
Strong. That's a
Yeah,
pretty
that is
fish.
a nice one.
Well, I'll tell you what, Lee, I absolutely love floating these streams and exploring them with you and doing some fishing. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, it is a ball. It's a ball.
I tell
We
you
haven't slayed them, but we haven't had a bad day either.
We've
you
caught
know?
quite a few fish, and I'll tell you what, this 7.5 miles is not a beginner's float. It's a long float.
Yeah, it is.
So it's a time, if you're going to try to get it done in anything less than 8 hours, you're going to do a lot of paddling with no fishing.
Yes.
So we've done a lot of that, but it's been a great time, and this is a beautiful, beautiful float.
Yeah, it is.
I'll tell you what, if anybody wants to find out more about this particular stream or any of the other streams that you've covered in Blue Water Trail, how do they go about doing that?
Go to the website, go to the top right, type in the search bar, Blue Water Trails, and it'll bring up the Blue Water Trails page. And the Russell Creek is coming out in this issue of the magazine, and it'll be on the website soon.
It's been a lot of fun. I
has.
love your passion for smallmouth fishing. I love your passion for just exploring in a kayak and canoe and history, and it all comes together and flows just like this. All right, well, let's fish our way out and finish it up.
Heck yeah, maybe
right.
a 20-incher.